Hello, everybody. Good morning and welcome back to the Room Mill. We are back here with another One Leeds video, and I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who watched the video yesterday with myself and Brownie. It was good to reconvene. It was good to get Brownie's thoughts on exactly what was going on. Difference of opinions, as always, between me and Brownie, but that's what football is all about, isn't it? A bit of subjectivity. So anyway, thank you for joining everybody on today's Rumour Mill. We're going to be getting through a few things. If you want some bonus content as well, there are 2 extra videos per week. I put it out to my patrons yesterday what sort of videos they want to see this week, and the comments are coming in droves. So if you want, your opinion, if you want your thoughts on the videos that I should be doing, you can get that exclusive right on Patreon. And building a nice little community over there. So if you want to help out the channel as well, any sort of contribution really helps with that. So let's get into some of the news today, shall we? So straight off the bat, Tyler Adams, I spoke about it yesterday on my Twitter page, One Leeds Fan Channel. If you guys want to check it out, I try update you with the latest Leeds United news on there, quoting sources and all this good stuff. So if you want some extra content, go check the Twitter account out as well. But RB Leipzig are not expected to sanction Tyler Adams' transfer to Leeds United, while Kevin Augustin dispute is live. Now, a lot of people were speaking on this, weren't they? The Leipzig trial with Leeds United at the minute is still pending. There's been no news on it whatsoever. It's still bubbling in the background. Obviously, there's a dispute of nearly 20 million quid there. So we all kind of thought, didn't we, that this was going to be a bit of an issue with some signings in the Red Bull network, not just Leipzig. I know Salzburg are a different club entirely, but they're still under that Red Bull network. You'd expect them to share lawyers and share all these assets and all that sort of good stuff. So, yeah. Who knows what's going on there? Shareholders, businesses are all involved in Salzburg as they are in Leipzig. So it's quite unusual that we're able to do business with Salzburg and not able to do business with Leipzig. But there you go. And it's fascinating, that, isn't it? So, yeah, Tyler Adams, I mean, I'm not so unhappy with that. As you guys know, I rate Tyler Adams, but I'm not 100% sure he's better than certain options out there. But it does sort of open the door for Mohamed Kamara, who is at Salzburg, who you would expect that to be a little bit of a problem with the RB network, as I've just spoken about. But we've done business with 2 players so far with Salzburg, and they don't seem to have a problem with it. So there we go. It sort of opens the door up for Mo Kamara. It does look like Kamara is going to be a little bit more expensive, but boy, as we said on videos before, it's definitely worth it. But Leeds United are set to hit a brick wall in their pursuit of RB Leipzig midfielder Tyler Adams, according to Kicker, who's a decent German outlet, is reported on their website that the Bundesliga side are not expected to deal with the Whites while the Kevin Augustin dispute is going on. So, yeah, big news there, as you can see, everybody. Victor Orta works on double Leeds United transfer blitz with 4 players watched closely. Victor Orta is closely watching 4 players as he looks to bring in a new striker as well as a winger at Leeds United this summer, according to the YEP. So, yeah, there we go, everybody. There's been a lot of talk at the minute about Charles de Ketelaere, obviously de Ketelaere, I should say. A huge option. The Daily Mail were reporting yesterday that it's going to cost Leeds United 26 million if they are to acquire his services. There was reports allegedly from his agent saying he does favour a move to AC Milan, obviously the Serie A champions. It would be very difficult for Leeds United to compete with those guys. However, that definitely is something Leeds United have shown in the past that they can do. You forget when we were in for Rodrigo, essentially we're in a battle with Barcelona to acquire his services. So, writing in his latest column, Graham Smythe has shared how Orta is getting to work with things expected as things are expected to ramp up at Ellen Road again. Graham has said Orta is tracking a pair of replacements for the potential wing vacancy. Interesting. He's also working on a centre forward with 2 targets topping his list. Leeds remain very interested in Bruges star Charles de Ketelaere, who is also on AC Milan's radar. I mean, that would be an unbelievable signing. Loads of people have already said online about how much he looks like Patrick Bamford. It's ridiculous if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, he's obviously going to be a top addition, and that will be a real nice response to Kalvin Phillips going and potentially Raphinha going, de Ketelaere coming in and Mohamed Kamara coming in. That would make me feel a lot better. Apparently, Everton attacker Andros Townsend has reacted and claimed that the 42 million transfer fee Leeds United have seemingly agreed on from Man City for Kalvin Phillips is the right amount of money. I've seen Jamie O'Hara, the beacon of knowledge, say this as well. At first, the Everton winger felt the transfer fee was a bit cheap, but when he was told that Phillips has 2 years left on his contract, he then changed his mind. An interesting thing as well, Jamie O'Hara was saying that, why would he be worth that next level fee if he hasn't had Champions League football, which is interesting. Townsend has said, I would have said it was a bit cheap, but you are right in saying that he has 2 years left on his deal. Then it makes perfect sense. Once you get to 2 deals left, the power goes to the player. It comes out of the club's hands. Then they are panicking. If we don't sell him, he's unhappy. Then we can't let him get down to a year because his fee is going to half. So I think taking all the things into consideration, then 42 million is the right amount. And you would think if you spend 42 million, then you're going to be a starter. But Rodri is a top player, as we've all said. Another twist in the Raphinha saga. Leeds United star Raphinha no longer wanted by the Gunners as Arsenal withdraw from the transfer race. And this is something I put on the Leeds United Twitter account last night. It was reported by Sport. You guys know that Sport sometimes put very good things out, but sometimes a little bit dubious as well. But Leeds United talisman Raphinha is no longer a target for Arsenal after Mikel Arteta's side agreed on a deal for Gabriel Jesus, according to Sport. This is a bit unusual because this was always going to be the case. You know, they're always going to agree a deal with Gabriel Jesus. So I find this a little bit odd that suddenly they've decided that Raphinha isn't worth their time. Raphinha clearly is worth their time, and you would expect them to go for Raphinha on top of what they've done with Gabriel Jesus, unless Manchester City have turned around and upped the fee. You know, it's supposed to be around 52 to 54 million euros, which is what, about 46, 47 million pounds. So maybe Man City have upped the fee. Maybe there's clauses in that deal. You know, we know Manchester City are decent at business. So maybe Arsenal have turned around and said we didn't expect to pay that much, but I doubt it. You know, City have been quoting around about 50 million quid for Jesus for a long time now, but I guess it's dependent on what Leeds United say. There was several reports last night saying it doesn't matter what happens with Arsenal, doesn't matter what happens with Chelsea, Tottenham, Barcelona. Leeds United will not accept anything less than 65 million quid up front for Raphinha. So, yeah, very, very interesting. Leeds have had a boost in the Otavio bid as Fabrizio Romano claims his release clause is 34.4 million. Otavio, obviously the Porto player, the Portuguese Porto player, central attacking midfield, can play left, can play right, 27 years of age, interest from Liverpool, interest from Arsenal as well. But apparently Liverpool have been priced out of it because of the release clause. Leeds United, reports suggested, had a 26 million quid bid rejected last week. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But Fabrizio Romano has said that obviously if you trigger that release clause, that could be that. Guys, that's going to be it for the Room Mill today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you're slapping a like on every video so it gets a little bit higher in the algorithm, the old YouTube algorithm that we're trying to hack every single time. But yeah, we're going to be back with Room Mill tomorrow. We're going to be back with Patreon videos tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back with a bit of bonus content. Generation Leeds is going to be back, believe it or not, because my dad is getting his ass into gear now. He's so unavailable. It's unbelievable, my dad. He's been at Glastonbury all week. So we're going to get his thoughts on a podcast probably tomorrow on what's going on the Leeds United side, what's going on, his feelings on the transfers at the minute. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Have a good one. And